like that, man. Y'all wilding right now. Y'all are bugging, teeing off on your boy, alright? Oh man, listen. Yes, I'm on vacation right now. Okay, I'm traveling around. And newsflash, okay? All right, yeah. There's not a lot of black women in Italy. Okay, it's not. It's just not. I'm sorry, it's not. Okay. Y'all plug it. I read through the comments and shit. Y'all tearing your boy up. It's too much, man. Y'all doing too much, alright? Yeah, so actually I found a funny one. It was a funny comment on there talking about the cookies and I don't know, something about white milk. No, I like milk, alright? I like chocolate milk. I love chocolate. I like almond milk, strawberry milk. You know the Cinnamon Toast Crunch? You know what I'm saying? The milk after that, I like that too. That's pretty good, alright? I like milk, period. Y'all just doing a lot. Y'all gotta chill. What's up there? Yeah, y'all gotta chill out, man. Just chill. Alright, y'all gotta do a lot, man.
That was my white girlfriend in Italy, though.
That's the funny thing. That was his girl. That was my white. And I date everybody too, but that's my white girlfriend. I love her. I love you, baby. Oh man. Anyway, I'm just saying, man. Y'all gotta start putting more positivity out there. Alright. As a black man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. Damn. What's going on with y'all? It's like 11:30 out here. I'm in London. Yeah, one more thing. Yes. I read the comments and shit bothers me. Okay, it gets to me sometimes. I'm human. You feel me? But don't let the media, you know what I'm saying, tell y'all how to think.
It seems like people are starting to whisper about Michael B. Jordan. Some of this kind of rubs me the wrong way as a black female. And it seems like some of these things are being done on purpose. With black female representation in media not there, even on social media, because I visit the beauty side of YouTube, there is not a lot of women who are on equal level as their non-black female counterparts, even though black women are the ones who buy the most in beauty products. And I think what's happening is the insults, the lack of opportunity, the lack of representation is starting to take its toll. And, you know, at some point, there's a breaking point. And everybody, regardless of anything, is going to get swept into it, because it doesn't matter what group. If you keep applying pressure to a group of people, they're not going to care. They are going to snap out and they're not going to take it anymore. What happened is black male image of masculinity has been promoted, and they've been taking advantage of those opportunities given. But there has been a concerted effort by white females, especially their white male counterparts, who want to pander to them and keep their support, and also black males who are in certain industries that don't care about the black female image, and they prefer and are more than willing to promote another man's seed. They feel like it's better than their own, better than anything that they could ever produce, and they put them in music videos, they put them in movies, they put them as their love interest. Anything that is racially ambiguous and close to white has been propped up. And this is the second time that a quote-unquote all-white boat party has happened, which makes me feel like this is being done on purpose. You're seeing certain black rappers come out saying, you know, they're black, they don't want anything as dark as them. You are seeing this flamboyant positioning of non-black women with black males in front of black women, seeing how black women date out the least. and they're propping these non-black women up, which is adding to the fire, because a lot of black women support some of these actors, these rappers, musicians, and a lot of black women are saying, you know, we'll cancel you, we'll take away our support, and we're done with you. And a lot of black males, they will laugh at that. They'll say you're only worth $5. You pick up these white supremacist talking points because they feel like they're on top and they're desired. And I'm not going to get into all of that, how they are, you know, desired in a sexual manner, but they seem to like it. So they like it. I love it. You have a lot of women saying how black females are non-existent in the media. Black women are not getting opportunities. They are not being put on a pedestal, even in the areas where their men are and could possibly help them. So now this anger is going on, and people are trying to say, oh, you're just bitter, you're mad, you're angry. Okay, yes, because if your image was non-existent, as if you're not good enough, and then when they do put your images in the media, you are seen, you know, alone, the single mother, the slave. It's always some negative image that they put out there of you that does not encompass mothers and bosses and wives and friends. But I guess Michael B. Jordan is starting to feel the heat. As you saw in the IG Live video, it was bugging him that, you know, his black female supporters are giving him the side eye and talking about him. And a lot of people are saying that black women like need to shut up. He hasn't said anything bad about black women, so why are you complaining? Within our group, I swear, black people are the only ones who advocate for others. We mix ourselves into this umbrella of people of color. We are always inviting everybody to the cookout. We are always trying to pull in others who are really pulling back from us, saying we want nothing to do with you and we don't identify with you at all. Leave us alone. But we are going to just drag them into our culture and make them a part of us. It's really sad and it's embarrassing. You saw that in Sierra's video where, you know, there could have been numerous opportunities for black women to get their 15 minutes up there or get an opportunity. You see it in many rap videos. You see it in movies where, you know, there's not a lot of black female, sexy black female lovers for their black male counterparts. She's always got to be super light skinned and racially ambiguous. But a lot of black women who are not seeing their image are saying, okay, this is irritating me. It's making me angry. I want to be able to go to a movie and be represented, and black women are not being represented at all. That's Michael B. Jordan. He wants to date whoever he wants to date, but he is looking to get deep in the pockets of black women because he knows that's where his support is going to come from. He knows if black women just leave him alone, he cannot rely on black men to support him at all. The white audience is not going to support him either. So he knows a lot of his support is coming from black women. He sees that he's pissing black women off and making them angry. So now he's trying to fix it, and he's trying to say he is Mr. We Are the World, and with so much division in the world. But Personally, I don't care who Michael B. Jordan dates. I mean, he is not that appealing to me, in my opinion. He can date whoever he wants to date. But since he's relying on black women's money, black women in turn can say, you know what, I don't really support interracial marriage or interracial relationships. A lot of what I may invest into a movie watching this actor or supporting this actor is going to go back into the dominant society. Maybe I don't want that, so I'm going to pull my support. Black women have a right to do that. As much as you may not like it, black women have that right. And especially with the non-representation of black women across any social media platform or media platform, it's unacceptable. And that is where that's coming from. If you had good representation of black women out there, him dating whoever, he could date white women for the rest of his life. Nobody would give a damn. Black women wouldn't care. If they wanted to see something cool, if they didn't, oh well, it wouldn't be that big deal. But where this pressure is coming from is the proverbial middle finger that has been given to black women in media, and the support of giving that middle finger to black women in media by our own men. So that's why he's feeling that backlash. And some of it, I do believe, is for media purposes, like to put him out there. It seems like it has shifted from, we're just going to put these non-black women up there as our love interest and in our videos. But now what we're going to do, we're going to start insulting and prodding at black women to get black women riled up and get them talking about this and push my name and my image in social media, and people will start looking at me. And that's what I think this is. This has happened more than once with Michael B. Jordan, where something comes out, and the last time it was found out it wasn't even a black woman who made that situation come about. It was fake. Black women didn't do anything. And now this has happened where there's an accusation that 2 black women were told that they could not, party with them. And that's insulting. And I feel like it was done on purpose. But you did see, his boy come in and try and back him up and say, oh, that was my white woman Indian. He said, I love you, baby, which further could piss off some black women who don't agree with interracial dating. That you're so vocal in professing your love for your quote unquote oppressor's daughter. You love her. You love her so much. Until you need someone to protest with you because one of your sons have been shot in the street. But this took me back to KYRIE Irving and his all-white boat party. He has been got by the most beautiful, most attractive, most wonderful woman in the world, a white woman who is now his baby mama. That's her. She's a former Texas beauty queen. Now, the language is very interesting that they're using to describe his baby mama. They're not using any negative words to talk about her. They said, look at KYRIE Irving. He's going to be a dad. This is his baby mama, and she is a smoking hot former Texas beauty queen. Every article I read says she's this gorgeous drop dead beauty queen from Texas and holding her in high regards. They're not calling her a slut. They're not talking about, she just fucked this basketball player to get a check. She's a gold digger, anything like that. No, she's a smoking hot former Texas beauty queen. honestly, I do understand where black women are coming from in this climate, this anti-black woman climate, coming from not only the dominant society, but our own community. Some women have jumped on that bandwagon, and a whole bunch of males have jumped on that bandwagon against black women. The only thing that I can say is, even though it looks like they are rubbing this in black women's face, in the end, it's actually going to cause their demise and pull down their image, because I'm starting to see something in the music industry, in sports, where they're not going to need these very dark skin or brown skin men. Soon it's going to be hitting Hollywood, where, you know, these men were more than happy to take a racially ambiguous woman and say this is a black woman. Now their sons are growing up. They are going to now push them out of the way. They are only going to be able to protect their image for so long. This is what happens when you do things underhanded to your own community, and they did do black women wrong within the media. So it's slowly coming. You see all of these white rappers, you see these biracial men in sports. So slowly but surely it's going to get there, and then you're going to see this turn. When they finally see it creeping up on the back of their neck, you're going to see all this pro-black woman promotion. They even will try and pull the dark-skinned women in. And they start seeing, you know, what they've been doing, the consequences creeping up on them. And I don't know what this is. This seems to be rampant regardless of your economic level. This is something that I see even here in Indy, where I'm living currently. A friend of mine, she had to move because a lot of the black men here, they get taken care of by white women. I mean, that's all you see out here is interracial dating, and it's usually black men with white women. And I've had so many countless stories of these black men. You know, there'll be just beautiful dark-skinned women, beautiful brown skinned women around, and they are with this woman, this white woman, who, you know, how they try and say black women have weight and black women this and black women that. They are with the white version of what they say they don't like in black women. And I see that here prevalent in Indy. Men in my own family, all the biracial children come from the black man. In the end, it's very sad, because in the end, what happens is, when biblically it states that these men taking on their oppressor's daughter, you know, dating these strange women, you know, and it being an epidemic as it is, what they're doing is they are enriching those who seek to oppress them. They are enriching them. Everything that they own and that they are worth goes right back to the dominant society. So even though they feel like they get these nigga trinkets and they get this symbol on their arm, in the end, it's really doing nothing for them. It's tearing down their community. And when you tear down your own community, who's going to be able to support you? Because your enemies are not going to support you. And that's why Michael B. Jordan, you know, he feels like he has to fix this, because he knows good and well every girl that he's dated, his girls, people are not going to support him. I wanted to read this from Quincy Jones about, you know, dating white women, and this was back in the 1940s. So this was a little bit before my mother and father was born. So this has been going on for a long time. When asked about him having a thing for blonde white women, he said, "How stupid can that be when you're in South America, Cairo, Brazil, China looking for a blonde? There are women in all of those countries that have blonde hair, and there are white women in South Africa, Cairo, Brazil, China who have blonde hair." So I don't know what he's talking about there. He said, "Well, because I had 3 white wives, they stereotype you." 3 women who didn't care about him. I believe he's been divorced all 3 times from these 3 wives, who gets alimony from him and took his wealth. And then he said here, and this is the big part, from here Jones revealed that people's perception of him didn't matter because a majority reason behind the fact that he dates and marries white women is steeped in history. Years ago, when racial tensions were at some of their worst, the legends were betting and wedding these women to embarrass white men. I don't give a fuck, because they think that's all you like, but that's stupid, man. Here's what you've got to understand. The interracial thing was part of the revolution too, because back in the 1940s and stuff, they would say, "You can't mess with a white man's money. Don't mess with his woman." Quincy Jones said, "We weren't going to take that shit, Charlie Parker. Everybody there was married to a white wife." Jones claimed that it provided them with a sense of liberation, even if none of those marriages worked out. "Yeah, it was freedom, man. Do what you want to do, and nobody can tell you what to do," he said. "Charlie, I used to go to things like Charlie Parker, man, boy. He had everybody smoking some weed, and he had like the founders of Sears Roebuck, the ladies walking around the pool, all of them nude. Him playing alto, buck dancing around the pool, them cats didn't play." I think that sums it up well. He basically said that because a man said to him, "You can't touch my money, you can't touch my women," and all of that, all of them, he said, they all were married to white women, and then these white women didn't love them, didn't care about them, and those marriages didn't work out, and they ended up taking part of their wealth away, right back to the man that they were so-called getting back at. Took it right back. This is so sad and so embarrassing, but it does show what's going on. I have said in maybe 1 or 2 other videos that I've done that, to be honest, there is no revolutionary fight. There is no trying to fight against the system. That's not happening. That's not what I see. A lot of our males are very comfortable with the system because the system allows them to do things like what Quincy Jones has said right there. This is where they have found their liberation. You can see that the image of black women and whatever happens to the black children and black women, it doesn't matter. Everything is good the way it is now. But mark my words, it won't be. But I said that, to be honest, the men in our community, they don't want to tear down this system. They actually want to throw down the man that is on the top pedestal. They want to tear him down. They want to dethrone him. And they don't want to tear down the system. They don't want to tear down the throne. They don't want to make something completely new, completely better, something different. They want to keep it as is, and they want to sit there. But all I can say is that as far as Michael B. Jordan and people like KYRIE and those out there professing their absolute hate towards black women and dark-skinned women, that just pull your support, pull your money. We don't have to fight. We don't have to argue. We can strategically just not watch the movies, not spend our money, not tweet about them, not, get upset when they do something stupid, or when they plan to do something to put themselves out in the media. Just ignore them and take your financial support. You have every right to do that, because at this point, your image is absolutely non-existent in media, and that is disrespectful, and you don't have to keep propping up others' images in the media. And that goes for propping up people like the Kardashians and, other non-black people. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think about this whole situation with Michael B. Jordan. Do you think that this was a plan to get some press out there on him? Because that's what it's looking like to me. But go ahead and leave that comment, and I'll see you in the next one.